Now, speaking of pictures, now we did notice you had a few photos with the man that made my childhood and now my adulthood all that it can be, the great Stan Lee, rest in peace. How did you guys meet?
Well, I met Stan Lee because one of the jobs I do to make money is I produce satellite media tours, which is the interviews on the talk shows before the Today Show.
Okay.
So like if you're watching and you see someone being interviewed like Stan Lee, if they have a book out or a cooking segment, like I produce those. So Stan Lee is easily one of my most favorite people to work with. And then he would come in and like everybody would just geek out and be so excited that he was there. And he could only do like maybe an hour. Like sometimes they're like 3 or 4 hours worth of interviews, but he could only do like an hour and a half. But he was so impressive at like 90 something. He was still going into the office every day.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't be.
No, I was sad when he died. Like it was really depressing for all of us when he died because it was shortly before we would do like our annual thing with Stanley. He's so cool. Well, and then everybody would bring in their merchandise for him to sign, and I was like, "Oh, you guys," because I was sort of in charge of that, and I'm like, "This is no." Like,
I'd have been like, Alison, I'll take care of it. Eric, you guys got to hear Stan real quick. One more.
Yes, and that's what it would be like, and it would be fine if there was like 1 or 2 things, but by like the 4th year we were working with him, people were like bringing in it, and I'm like, you can ask him. Everybody can ask him to sign one thing, but you can't bring like a whole suitcase worth of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know the specifics or remember too accurately, but it seemed like what made his passing even more tragic was just like the vultures surrounding him around the time of his, or around that time before he passed, like after his money. Am I correct in that?
No, that's very correct.
Okay.